We won't be adding any new dimensions until we're happy with the existing ones. That's a phrase that always goes around when anyone asks about new dimensions, but what does that phrase even mean? What else needs to be done to current dimensions for new ones? And how long will it actually take until we actually finally start seeing new dimensions? Well, let's take the common talking point everyone brings up when talking about new dimensions. We want to be happy with the existing dimensions before we add any new ones. But what does it really mean when they say they want to be happy with the existing dimensions? Well, for me personally, I could see two possible outcomes for this. The first one personally is pretty unlikely, but I figure bringing it up anyways. The devs are looking to completely and fully feature complete each and every dimension before they look into adding any new ones. But there's actually quite a few problems with looking at it that way. The most obvious problem is the fact that most dimensions have so much more to go and have so many more things to be added into it, which means the wait between current dimensions being completed and new dimensions being added would be such a long time in between. That, and also, what's stopping the devs from coming up with new ideas to add to existing dimensions? But the more prominent issue I could see with this mindset with dimensions is repetitiveness. Every single update adds something new to some form of dimension we already have, which, whether it be big or small or whatever, it always makes the dimensions feel fresh and new. It'd just be too easy to expect what's gonna happen. It'd just be too easy to know it just get extremely repetitive knowing, oh, you could find skeletons here, there, and the other place. You can go to, I don't know, the end to find elytras. You can go to the overworld, I don't know, to find a mesa biome. Also, we have to think about the fact that not every single person will go to any other type of dimension, which means some of these new features, they'd never be seen by players, and all they'd be left with is just old existing features. Now, that's not to say that there's no creativity in older ideas, but let's be honest with ourselves. The longer we have the exact same features with no additional changes, the harder and harder it is to become creative with it. So saying an entire dimension in Minecraft is completely feature complete probably isn't the best of ideas. Which is why my second opinion might be way more likely, being we want to be happier instead of completely happy with every single dimension. With this viewpoint, Minecraft and the devs would want to flesh out many of the main aspects of every single dimension. Like, for example, 1.16, which completely revamped the Nether. There's still plenty more things to do with the Nether, but at least the vast majority of people can now confidently say that the Nether has plenty more things to do in it, and while far from perfect or even feature complete, it's absolutely 100% better than what it was. And think about the overworld. 1.18 completely changed the generation with it. 1.17 added a whole bunch of new blocks to it. 1.14 changed the villages. 1.13 changed the oceans. Is each and every one of these biomes or structures or everything completely perfect? No, of course not. But it's easier to more confidently say that the overworld is much more fleshed out and has much more going with it than what it did before. And if they keep up with this mindset of fleshing out a dimension, but not completing a dimension, that could leave the doors open for new dimensions being added a lot sooner than we thought. But at least as of right now, that does leave just one dimension that's been lacking some new features, and that's of course the end. And some of the last major changes they added into the end was the shulker duplication and the shulker boxes. Other than that, this dimension has been laid dormant for pretty much the entire time since 1.9. And as of right now, it seems as though 1.20 is going to do even more changes to the overworld, so potentially if 1.21 is an end update, then that could possibly mean that 1.22 could finally add in some new dimensions. Am I 100% accurate on that claim? Is this actually what's going to happen? Honestly, who knows for sure, but this is just my interpretation and what I think is most likely going to happen. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.